in a row. How difficult have the last few days been, and how big a response might you expect against them?
Very difficult, because at this club is only about winning. And there were three very different games, but with the same outcome. And we are extremely unsatisfied with that. We know that we are hurting, but at the same time, we know how we lost them, and what we merit in those games. It doesn't reflect the amount of points that we have taken, but we have to understand why that happened as well. But there is nothing to look back. Everything is still to play for. Our ambition is still intact. Our desire is still intact, and we know the challenge ahead, and we're going to go for it.
When you say understand why, I think after the game you said that you were trying to find the right answer. Are you closer to knowing why?
I'm very close. Our efficiency in front of goals and what the teams have produced in our own box with the amount of chances that they have created, there is no relationship there at all. So we have expected to win all the matches, and we had periods that we have to be very critical with ourselves, because we haven't had good periods, especially in the first half against Palace and the first 20-30 minutes against Brighton. But for the rest, I think the team has produced more than enough to get a completely different outcome of the match. So it's down to us. That's a good thing.
Just one more from me, during the chat downstairs. Alexandre Lacazette gave an interview to Canal Plus where he talked about having spoken to other clubs and his desperation to play in the Champions League. What did you make of what he had to say? But open about leaving himself or looking at those other options?
Well, his contract situation allows him to make the decision about his future. We have expressed clearly what our intention is to speak in the summer, once we know where we are, about what we're going to do in the future together. And for the rest, I just want him fully focused on his duty, which is now defend Arsenal the best possible way, like he's done all the time he's been with us. And that's why he's been wearing the armband of this football club. So that's a big reason.
Can you be fully focused when there is that much talk going on and he is talking to other clubs about that?
Well, the contracts start and end with the expiry date that you have agreed on, that day that you put the pen down. And then you have to be consequent with that. And that's the reality of the contract that he has, and the commitment and the duty that he has with the football club.
Charlie from the Premier League.
Hi.
Have you done anything differently in training or spoken to your players in particular, just to try and get this through in the last couple of days?
Very clear with them. Be clear on why we have lost the games, and then give them more than ever support, confidence, and stay behind them, because it's what they need. And what we are going to need all together from here to the end of the season. So when things go well, it's easy. It's all about we. But when things they don't go that well, maybe it's about him. And I hate that. And I'm the first one to try to apply myself to do that. So defend our players, protect them, and let them be who they've been, because they've been pretty good, to be fair.
You spoke earlier on in the season about how your players were handling really well, the expectations on them in terms of the race. How do you ensure that they don't now start to feel the pressure?
Because this game is about putting the ball in the back of the nets. And at the end of the last weekend, with the results that we had in front of us, if we would have won the game, which you have to, with what the team produced, again, you are having a completely different story here today. And I'm sorry, but I cannot allow myself to analyze things like that. I have to look forward and in a broader picture and be more reflected.
And Thomas Tuchel was speaking a couple of minutes ago. He said he wants to try to play a physical match tomorrow night. What kind of performance do you want to see from your team? What kind of contest are you expecting?
We have to be at our best against the best team in Europe that shown last year what they can do with the ability that they have and with the ability that we have as well. And we're going to go there, as always, to win the match. And that's going to be our intention tomorrow when we stand for Bridge.